Hello everyone, welcome to Dr. Rajkumar's Learning App. In this session, we are going to discuss about the Sangam age, Pallavas of Kanchi, Chalukyas of Badami. Okay, the megaliths background. What is meant by megaliths? Megaliths means it's a burial ground. Okay, burial ground. Megaliths were the graves were encircled by a big pieces of stones. They also contained pottery, iron objects buried with the corpse. They are found in upland regions of the peninsula with a concentration of in eastern Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. The people who believed in the life after death. So what they used to do is, while burying the dead body, they will put all the ornaments, vessels and weapons used by them into the burial ground itself. When the archaeologists used to do the excavation, based on the C14, that is carbon deposition, they easily calculate the number of years, which how many years ago it was, survived likewise. Okay, so this megalith's background clearly gives the idea related to the Sangam age. State formation and the rise of civilization. The megaliths people started to reclaim the fertile deltic lands in the region of the southern peninsula. The road to south is called as Agneepath. As I told you, the region of India was categorized into three parts. Aryavarta, northern India, middle part of India, which is known as Madhya Desha, and the southern peninsula, which is popularly known as Dakshinapatha. So magazines knew about Pandyas, which was inscribed in the Ashokan inscription, and also they mentioned about Cholas, Pandyas, Kerala Putras, and Satya Putras. These are all the dynasties who ruled over the region of southern peninsula, and even it was mentioned in the inscription of Ashoka. Flourishing trade with the Roman Empire led to the formation of the three important states of the southern peninsula, which is popularly known as Cheras, Cholas and Pandyas. Okay, so Sangam period is the period in the history of ancient Tamil Nadu, spanning from 3rd century BC to 3rd century AD. This is a particular time period which is popularly known as Sangam period. It is named after the famous Sangam academics of poets and scholars centered in the city of Madurai. So Madurai is the city which is most popular for the purpose of conducting the Sangams, that is assemblies. So we'll see the kingdoms and its capital and the symbol of that particular dynasty, and also their port city and about the famous ruler. So Cheras, the capital city is Vanji, which is modern state of Kerala. Mussoorie and Tondi, these are two important port cities, and Bau is their emblem, and Cheran Sengutavan, he is the popular ruler. Cholas, Urayur and Puhar. Kaveri Pattinam and Puhar is the port area, and Urayur is the capital city, and tiger is the emblem, and Karigala Cholan, he is the most popular one. Pandyas ruled over Madurai. Madurai is the capital city, and Korkai, is their port city. Fish is their emblem, and Pandyan Neduncholian, he is the most popular ruler of Pandyas. So now the Cheras, Cholas and Pandyas, they had palmyra flowers as their garland. So about the Cheras, there was a place name called Pugalur. This Pugalur inscription mentioning the 3 generation of the Cheras. Sengutavan introduced Patni cult or worship of Kannagi as the idol wife. So the person name called Cheran Sengutavan was the popular one. Silappadigaram major character name called Kannagi. The worship culture of Kannagi was introduced by Cheran Sengutavan only. Next, Cholas, Karigalan. Karigala Chola was most popular personality. He is the one who come up with building embankment over the Kaveri river, which is Kallanai, check dam against the river Kaveri, which is considered as the first dam constructed in India. Okay, Karigalan, Kallanai, which is located in Trichy district of Tamil Nadu now. Pandyas, Madurai Kanji, which was written by Mangudi Mardanar, which completely given the detail related to socio-economic condition of the Pandyas. And there was an invasion which made by the Kalbaras. That Kalbaras revolt led to the decline of whom? The Pandyas. This kingdom had profitable trade with the Roman Empire, and they produced pepper, ivory, pearl, precious stone, muslin, silk, cotton, which all these become a more prosperity over that particular region. And these Pandyas were more popular personalities were contribute to the language Tamil, because all the Tamil Sangam were conducted by the Pandyas only. Rise of social classes. About the social classes, Enadi. Enadi means the captains of the army. Vellalas. This terminology used for the rich peasants, farmers. Peasants means farmers. Arasar, the ruling class. Kadasyar means the lower caste. Parayars means agricultural laborers. These are all the different type of social classes under your Tamil Sangam. 4 caste mentioned in the Tolkappiyam. Tolkappiyam is the oldest Tamil literature work written by Tolkappiyar. Tolkappiyam is also considered as the grammar for Tamil. Okay, Arasar means ruling class, Andanar means Brahmins, Vanigar means Vaishyas, Vellalar means laborers. This is the 4 caste mentioned in the Tolkappiyam. Okay, and apart from that, the land and what type of land and where it located, what are chief deities and what is their chief occupation. See, Kurunji, Mullai, Marudam, Neidal, Palai. The 5 different lands of Sangam age. Okay, Kurunji means hilly tracts. The chief deity is Murugan, that is Subramanya. Hunting and honey collection is their occupation. Mullai means pastoral land, where the cattle herders used to live. Mayon, okay, Mayon means you can call it as Vishnu or Krishna. Cattle rearing and dealing with the dairy products, their chief occupation. Marudam means agricultural land. Indra is the god. Agriculture is their chief occupation. Neidal means coastal area. Varunan, okay, water, and fishing and salt manufacturing is their chief occupation. Palai means desert. We do not have desertification, desert in the Tamil Nadu, but the place where was completely drought, which is considered as the Palai land. Kotravai, female goddesses, and their occupation is robbery. Okay, so these are all the important land and their economy activity. Sangam administration, they used to call it as Avai. Avai means it's a court. Okay, Avai means court. Kodimaran means tree of every ruler. There will be a tree of every ruler, which is popularly known as Kodimaran. Pancha Mahasabha, they used to have a couple of members. Amateur, ministers, and Senapatiyar, army chief. These 2 couplets were popularly known as the right and left of the king. Apart from that, other few functionaries: Otrar, spy; Thodar, envoy; Purohitar, priest. These are all the term which is popularly known as Pancha Mahasabha. Kingdom's division, the division of the kingdom. The whole land divided into Mandalam, which is known as provinces, or they used to call it as Nadu, state. And this further divided into Ur, town. This Ur further divided into 2 types. One is Perur, another one is Sitrur. Perur means big village, Sitrur means small village. Okay, so next 3 important Sangam happened. So in this, how we discussed about the Buddhist council as well as the Jain council, likewise Sangam, Tamil council happened. 3, and where is the place and who is the chairman and what is the outcome. So first Sangam, then Madurai, Agasthyar was the chairman. There is no surviving text. The purpose of the Sangam is all about calling all the poets, and they want to pen down some work related to the literature of that particular language. Here it's Tamil. Second Sangam, Kavadapuram, Agasthyar and his disciple named called Tolkappiyar, and there only they composed Tolkappiyam, grammar of Tamil. Tolkappiyam written by Tolkappiyar. Third Sangam, Madurai. Okay, Nakkirar, he was the court poet, and Ettuttogai and Pattupattu. Okay, 8 anthologies and 10 10 ideals, that is Ettu Togai and Pattu Pattu. Tamil language and Sangam literature, narrative. This Ettu Togai and Pattu Pattu, which are called Male Kanakku, which is 18 major works, they are divided into two parts, that is Agam and Puram. Agam means love, Puram means valor. Detective means 14 Keelkanakku, that is 18 minor works. They deal with ethical and moral values. Thirukural, which was written by Thiruvalluvar, is a treatise concerning various aspects of life. Tolkapiyam by Tolkapiyar is the earliest Tamil literature. It is a work of Tamil grammar again, but also provides the complete detail related to the political and social condition of the Sangam age. Epics. Okay, how we got Mahabharata and Ramayana? Likewise, under the Sangam age, we got Silappadigaram written by Ilango Vadigal, Manimegalai written by Seethalai Satanar. Apart from that, this Valayapati, Gunthala Kesi, Sivaga Sindhamani were the other important epics in Tamil language. Okay, so all this were the noted information related to Cheras, Cholas and Pandyas. Next, Pallavas of Kanchi. Okay, this Pallavas of Kanchi came into existence after a long time period. When there was a decline of Guptas, during that time period only, it happened. Okay, so when Gupta got declined, Harshavardhana became more popular in the region of northern part of India. During that time period, the southern under the control of two popular rulers. The southern part of India, particularly, it was divided into two parts. If you divide the two parts of southern, this region Chalukyas, this region Pallavas. That is eastern part of South India Pallavas, western part of South India Chalukyas of Badami. Okay, so there are no records of this Pallavas in the local legends. So it's just about the copper plate information and about many theories related to the origin of Pallavas. Many theories, many stories related to their origin. Another theory, Pallavas, according to one theory, were the feudatory chief of the Sathavanas, who ruled the Deccan Plateau of India. Another theory suggests there were the descendants of Sri Lankan ruler of Chola and Nagas, and they are linked to Pallavas, Indo-Parthians. This theory that Indo-Parthians were further settled in Thondai Mandalam and developed at Pallavas from northern India to southern India. Pallavas were prominent in 2nd century AD. Why Pallavas considered very important personalities? Because they contributed in terms of rocket temple architecture in India. Okay, particularly the Dravidian temple architecture got flourished during the time period of Pallavas of Kanchi only. Okay, because in history of South, we got three different shapes. First one is Chera, Chola, Pandyas. Next one is Pallavas. Next one is the Great Cholas. So this Pallavas were the one who contributed more in terms of building a temple, which is known as Dravidian temple of architecture. Clear? So Sri Vishnu was the founder. He is regarded the first significant ruler of the Pallavas. Okay, and he credited capturing the Cholas land and humiliating other neighbors to the south, including the Ceylon. So the archaeological proof said he was the person follower of which one? Vaishnavism, which means Lord Vishnu. Next personality is Mahendravarman I. Okay, a long drawn struggle between the Pallavas and Chalukyas. The first time Pallavas and Chalukyas started getting conflict during the time period of Mahendravarman I. He was defeated by Pulakeshin II, due to which part of kingdom was occupied. Narasimhavarman I, he is regarded to be the greatest because he got one title name called Vatapi Kondan. Remember, the Pulakeshin II from Chalukyas of Badami killed Mahendravarman and he captured a few regions in the southern part of India. So Narasimhavarman I, he is the one who defeated Pulakeshin II and he captured the Badami. That's so that he used to call Vatapi Konda, Vatapi Conqueror. He also defeated Cheras and Cholas and Pandyas. So the complete southern part of India comes under his control only. 2 navy expedition to the Ceylon, presently which is known as Sri Lanka. He was excellent builder to build Mahabalipuram, presently which is known as Mahabalipuram. Remember, Mahabalipuram is the very important city in India where you can see lot of monuments importance to our country in terms of ancient history. Huanzhang visited Kanchi during his reign. Huanzhang was also one of the popular Chinese pilgrim who visited India during the time of ancient history. Mahendravarman II, he ruled for a very short time as a Chalukya king. Vikramaditya Pulakeshin II killed him. Next one is Parameshwarman. He had to face Vikramaditya's one again. Narasimhavarman II, there is peace and prosperity during his time period, and he is the one who built Kailashanath temple at Kanchi. He is also sent emissary to the China and also focused on the trade and commerce activity. What we need to understand clearly is that the important points. See, Narasimhavarman built Kailashanath temple at Kanchi. Parameshwarman, the kingdom of Pallavas again faced defeat and humiliation. The Chalukya king Vikramaditya II attacked the Pallavas capital, and Parameshwaravarman had to conclude humiliating treaty so that the complete control of that particular Pallavas of Kanchi went into the hands of Chalukyas. Okay, so you just read this one. It is not that much important, and many successors. Who's the last ruler and what exactly happened? Everything coming here. The last nail in the coffin was driven by Aditya Chola by defeating Aparajita Pallava. Then the new era of whom started here? Chola started here. Aditya Chola is the one again conquering the southern part of India. That comes in the name of the great Cholas. Okay, so administration. The administrative scheme well structured. The complete state divided into kottams. Okay, K-O-T-T-A-Ms. Kottams means states, provincias. The kottam administered by the officers who directly appointed by the king as a governor. The king was at the center of this administration, and the king used to come up with the justice, and king maintained well-trained army as well. Okay, Devadhana also to the Brahmanas known as Brahmetya, which means the king started providing land grants to the Brahmanas. That particular term which is known as Brahmetya. Okay, so provide irrigation facility to the lands, and also irrigation tanks were dug by the Pallava kings. Canals were cut by the Pallavas in terms of providing irrigation to the state. Land tax was primary source of the government revenue. Brahmedya and Devadana were exempted from the tax. The Brahmanas used to receive the lands, right, which was exemption of the taxes. Traders and artisans such as carpenters, goldsmith, washerman, oil pressers, all these people used to pay their taxes. Society under Pallavas, great change during the Pallavas. The caste system became rigid, full strict, and Brahmins occupied high place in the society, and also kings and nobles used to get the land grants, and also the responsibility of the king to provide land grant to the building temples as well. The Pallava period also witnessed the rise of Saivism and Vaishnavism. Saivism means follower of Lord Shiva. Vaishnavism means follower of Lord Vishnu. Okay, and there is a full decline of Buddhism and Jainism during this time period. The Saiva Nayanmars and Vaishnava Alvars contributed the growth of these two religions. And remember, the Bhakti movement became more popular during this time period only. They composed their hymns in the Tamil language. Okay, Nayanmars, 63 in number, Alvars, 12 in number. They composed their songs in which language? Tamil language. Alvars composed Prabandhas. Nayanmars composed Tirumurai, the praising song of Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu. Okay, so Mahabalipuram, that is also Mamallapuram, where the present of architecture of Pallavas was splendid, and structural temple came into existence, and you know that structural temples become popular during the time period of Pallavas only. Okay, Shore temple of Mahabalipuram, Ratha temple of Mahabalipuram were the fantastic work of the Pallavas. Next, Chalukyas of Badami. Okay, Chalukyas of Badami. If you take southern part of India, Ikshavakus and Vakatakas. Okay, eastern comes under Ikshavakus, western comes under Vakatakas. These people were dominated by a new dynasty which is known as Chalukyas. So they become a primary power in the region of Deccan region. The Chalukyas of Badami come up with the extensive territories of the southern and central part of India during the time of 6th to 12th century AD. So Badami Chalukyas, they governed their state from Vatapi, that is modern day Badami. Okay. So Pulakeshin II and Eastern Chalukyas established an independent state in the Eastern Deccan. So Pulakeshin II was the popular ruler of the Chalukyas of Badami. They held power in the Venge. The collapse of Rashtrakutas in the Western Deccan in the middle of 10th century resulted in the birth of Western Chalukyas. Remember, when there was a fall of Rashtrakutas, this Chalukyas extend their power in Western as well as Eastern. The Western power Chalukyas of Badami become more prominent. Here, Chalukyas of Venge. Okay, so this Badami only we are going to discuss in the western part of our history. So we are going to discuss about the few popular rulers. Pulakeshin I, first sovereign ruler of Badami, and he is the one who established a city name called Vatapi, that is Badami. Now the city Badami was established by Pulakeshin I, and he is the one who introduced Ashwamedha sacrifice for the purpose of establishment of his territorial. In the years followed, his dynasty came to known as large chunk, which means more amount of territorial in the region of peninsular India. Kirtivarman I. Okay, Kirtivarman I. He conquered neighboring states. He is a responsible personality to expand his territorial. He is the one who defeated Kadambas and the Konkan Mauryas and the Nalas and others. He accepted their subjugation, did not finally integrate them into his dominion, which means he accepted their subjugation. Subjugation means they will rule their state independently, but they will come under the tax or whatever revenue of the state of Chalukyas, but never integrate the complete dominion under his control. Pulakeshin II was a popular ruler, and he is the one who ruled large region over the Deccan. His name gave birth of Eraya. He is mentioned in Aihole inscription. His court poet Ravi Kriti. Okay, remember about Pulakeshin II, mentioning of his detail related to his rule in Aihole inscription, and his court poet is name called Ravi Kriti. Okay, and he is the one lovely inscription in Sanskrit using the Kannada alphabet. And Huanzhang also arrived to his kingdom, and he is prized for being a good and powerful monarch. He was a receptive of Buddhism, Jainism while being a Hindu, which means he gave importance to Jainism as well as Buddhism. Vikramaditya II, Pulakeshin II, third son, Vikramaditya, he is a successor of his father. Okay, other than that, all this were the information, just read it once. Kirtivarman, the noted point here is the growing might of Rashtrakutas and Pandyas undermined his authority. So Kirtivarman, who was ousted by Dandidurga in the year of 753 AD, effectively ended the Chalukya dynasty. Okay. So Maharashtrakas, Rashtrakas, which means provinces. The complete state divided into Maharashtrakas, that subdivided into Rashtrakas, which is known as Mandalas, then further divided into Vishyas, districts, finally, which come into Boga. Boga means group of 10 villages. Local assemblies and guilds were responsible for resolving the local problems. Okay, guilds means it's an association of any particular profession, which is known as guild. The army was well organized because Pulakeshin II victories outside of the Vindhyas, because Harshavardhana was the popular ruler of southern. He wanted to conquer the southern part of India. Pulakeshin II was the one who stopped him, not letting him into the Deccan Plateau. According to the Chinese traveler Huanzhang, the Chalukyan army had hundreds of elephants and had been inebriated with the whiskey prior to combat. Okay, and architecture, Badami cave, Vesara and Chalukya style of temples came into existence. Okay, so Badami Chalukya temple is most popular one. Chalukya style was found in Aihole and Patatkal in Karnataka, and Patatkal has been listed under World Heritage Site by UNESCO. There are 10 temples 4 in Nagara style, 6 in Dravidian style. Remember, the temple architecture style popularly known as 3 types: Nagara, Dravidian, Vesara. Nagara means northern style, Dravidian means southern style, Vesara means mixed of northern and southern, that is mixed of Nagara and Dravidian, which is known as Vesara style. So based on the topic whatever we discussed, a few questions that we will discuss now. Tolkapiyam is Sangam age is the greatest work of which literature? Tamil literature. The latest, greatest work of Tamil literature. Which dynasty was not in the power during the Sangam age? Pandyas, Cheras, Cholas, they are in the power, but not in the power is Pallavas. The answer is D. In which of the following cities was the Sangam assemblies held? We clearly know Madurai. Madurai is the place where Pandyas ruled. There they come up with the Sangam, Tamil Sangam. The term amateur best described as which among the following during the Sangam period? Amateur means ministers. Okay, amateur means ministers. Capital of kingdom of Pallavas was Kanchipuram. Which of the following ruler was founder of the Pallava dynasty? Simha Vishnu, he is the real founder. Where is the Seven Ratha temple located during Pallava time? Mahabalipuram. Okay, Seven Ratha temple which is located in Mahabalipuram. Pallava king Mahendravarman got defeated by. Okay, Pallava king Mahendravarman got defeated by Pulakeshin I. Okay, the Chalukya dynasty ruled in Vatapi, which is modern day of which Indian state? Karnataka. Okay, so whatever we discussed that comes under your Chera, Chola, Pandyas and also Pallavas of Kanchi and Chalukyas of Badami. Go through the slides and practice more number of questions. That's all about this chapter. All the best.